Hey, good day, everyone, and thank you for joining us for a Genesis Wire and Kanos Kerensky Show special report. I am your host, Kanos Kerensky. Breaking news: allegations of game exploitation and racism by Genesis Federation pilots surfaced earlier today. For me, it was approximately 0600 JST. It was brought to my attention there was a Reddit post, a Facebook post, and comments posted on the Eve Echoes Discord that Genesis Federation was exploiting the game. The individuals whose comments were sent to me came from Galente Supreme of Dead Corp and Alliance. So I immediately reached out to Galente and had a colorful and argumentative conversation questioning why there would be any allegations made when myself, nor any other Alliance executor, nor the diplomat team had been approached about any issue. Galente proceeded to explain to me that there was a video that showed a player, Piment, from the Genesis Federation Corporation PPU, or Pew Pew United, exploiting a warp gate. The exploit, apparently, is that autopilot feature that takes you safely through a gate was not working properly on the gate and was pausing the travel. It was enabling targeting and warp scrambling of your ship if you were at that gate by anyone who was camping the gate. Galante also stated that the problem would, quote, get worse for you guys. The exploiting wasn't cool. After stating that I did not know what he was talking about, he linked a YouTube video by X Scrix. Scrix is a member of Dead Alliance and a director, no less. Galente also provided a screenshot of content creator Sovereign RPG, who we have featured on our website and we have posted in our Discord because he makes a lot of really good content, commenting that he was working on the same video and, quote, members, plural, of their alliance, Genesis Federation, calling people, quote, chinks and wanting to name their characters, again, plural, Adolf Hitler, end quote. Once again, this was the first that myself or any other Alliance leadership member were made aware of an issue. The following is the official Genesis Federation response. Following the notification of allegations of exploitation and racial or otherwise offensive slurs and comments, the CEOs and executors of Genesis Federation immediately reviewed the video related to the allegations, and Kanos Kerensky obtained, via Galente Supreme, screenshots of the alleged racist slurs. The investigation found the following. On the first charge of exploitation and committing a bannable offense, the individual in question, Piment, and other pilots conducting a gate camp were not, in fact, exploiting the game. Piment had been threatened with being reported by OP4S players for camping the gate. Piment reached out to Joseph, one of the officials from CCP and NetEase, found on the Eve Echoes Discord, and Joseph confirmed, after speaking to the developing team, that this was not an exploit as the players had done nothing to cause the issue. Further, upon background investigation, it was revealed that the Genesis Federation gate camp was in response to finding out that the gate's autopilot issue after they themselves were killed by an OP4S gate camp. The official position of Genesis Federation is as follows. We do not condone any gray area activities, and we will not tolerate pilots engaging in exploitation and bannable offenses. Because the developers have confirmed that this does not constitute a bannable offense, Genesis Federation will not take action against any pilots involved. Further, we would like to point out the hypocrisy of our adversaries using the bug and then reporting our pilots for flipping the tables and reversing the gate camp. Additionally, following the video alleging the exploitation, Red and other OP4S pilots were found back in the same system, gate camping the same gate less than 24 hours ago. While we, Genesis Federation, do not agree with gray area manipulation of any mechanics, we will not punish pilots for actions the developers are permitting, and we will certainly not chastise our pilots for utilizing a tactic in retaliation for it being used on them first, and again afterwards. To the second charge of racism and offensive behavior, the screenshots we were sent were damning and confirmed Piment had made abusive comments. The comments included a long rant discussing, in his opinion, abhorrent nature of homosexuality. He referred to Chinese players as, quote, chinks, and saying he wanted to name himself Adolf Hitler in the context of it was something to offend others with. We at Genesis Federation stand by our zero tolerance policy for racial, homophobic, or otherwise bigoted behavior or harassment in our community and in the community at large. Within 30 minutes of receiving the evidence, Pimmett was questioned regarding the situation. We confirmed his guilt and we removed him from our corporation and banned him. Genesis Federation will maintain this standard of zero tolerance, and we implore anyone, allied, neutral, or hostile, to always bring unacceptable behavior to our attention so we may swiftly investigate and respond appropriately. This concludes the official statement of Genesis Federation. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at some screenshots here because I do always like to show whatever evidence we have. So let me just pull this up. Okay, so this first one on the screen that you can see here, this is Pemmett reaching out to Joseph. Okay, so Joseph is one of the CCP or NetEase officials. I'm not sure exactly whose task force or team he's on, but he's one of the yellow bars on the server. He specifically talked to the development team, as you can see here. Pimmett contacted him, explained what happened, and Joseph's response is that it is not bannable offense because they are not doing something to cause, the key word is cause, the bug. Okay? So the developers are already aware of the issue. They don't know how to fix it yet. They're in the middle of fixing it. But this is Joseph saying it's not bannable. So again, this is why we're not taking action on Pimmett because of this or anyone else who was involved in the gate camp. Okay. Now, let's talk about Pimmett. I'm not going to read through this because it's just a wall of him making a homophobic rant, but it's not acceptable. Okay. He's basically saying that it's against nature and they shouldn't exist, basically decrying them as an abomination. This is abhorrent behavior. This is disgusting. We don't tolerate. This is the exact same kind of thing that we pointed out was not acceptable in previous three shows now. So we don't tolerate this. We see it, we take immediate action. Like I said, it was less than 30 minutes from the time I actually saw screenshots. I immediately put it into the CO chat. We looked at it. We said, yeah, these are real. Called Pimmett in. He said, yep, that I did say that. I'm a fucking idiot. And we said, cool, you're banned. Say goodbye. You got like 5 minutes. Good, you're out. And that's it. He's banned. All right, here's another comment from him. This is the one where he's talking about he would have named his characters after Adolf Hitler. Now, let's be honest. Again, I'm okay with dark jokes. Like, you want to make dark jokes, I don't personally mind. But in this context, he is saying he wishes he could have named himself Hitler. That way he could be more offensive to people. He's intentionally trying to cause angst and frustration as he makes other racial comments, other hateful comments. Again, not acceptable. And here we are. So from the time that Galente actually sent me the screenshots was about 10:15 my time, and boom, here it is. He's actually gone, right? All right, so that's really it there. Maybe it was the wrong slide. Okay, yeah, no, that was the right slide. Here's Sovereign. So this is another comment I want to bring your attention to here because I kind of pointed it out, right? So Sovereign knows full well what our policy is, and instead of reaching out to us and saying, "Hey, what's going on with this? Why is this?" It seems to me, this is my opinion. Sovereign can correct me if I'm wrong. But since he didn't reach out to us and he decided he was going to make a video, I'm really curious what the intent was behind making a video before alerting anyone that there was a problem. Okay, so I guess we can guess some motives there. I typically don't like to impugn motives, but I want to make something clear. When I heard of the allegations, I was miffed and ticked off. I was ticked off that we publicly declared for weeks that we will not allow this behavior to go unchecked, and we would want to know about it if it ever happened. But instead of notifying us, people decided to post a deliberate attempt to paint us as hypocrites and smear us as condoning this behavior. I would like to clearly point out that Sovereign, after being advised on his stream that we would not tolerate this and we would want to know if it happened, right? Uh, Instead of contacting us, by his own admission, he goes to work on a video or make an announcement. I want to point out the deliberate misrepresentation stating that members, plural, were using racial slurs, and members, again, were talking about, making themselves offensive names like Hitler. That's not objective reporting. That's a deliberate misrepresentation. It's taking the actions of a single individual, not reporting it to us, not asking us questions about the incident, instead insinuating that some rampant issue with multiple people. Okay? I would like to also point out it's bullshit that OP4S or others, it doesn't matter who or how, were camping this bugged gate before Genesis pilots did, and then once again camped it. Then, as soon as Genesis did it, then it was a problem. And then even after the video crying about it and reporting it as an exploit, allegedly, uh, doing the smear campaign, they were doing it again after the video was released. So you're going to tell me that, oh, this isn't right. Genesis did this. How dare they? We would never behave like this. Also, let's go do it too. What? Let me reiterate what I've said before. Shut up and fight. Stop with the bullshit smearing and disinformation. We get it. You're pissed. You got exposed. You got embarrassed during your fleet ops, and you're just desperately waiting to pounce when one person does something. We have an alliance of 1,300 people. You think there's going to be somebody that says something dumb, that there's going to be some bad eggs? Yeah, you bet, right? That's what we told OP4S too. We understand they're going to be there. It's what you do about it. You didn't want to give us the chance to do anything about it. You didn't contact leadership. You didn't come on our open Discord. You intentionally avoided reaching out to leadership because you wanted to put out a hit piece first, because you knew we would handle the situation if we knew it had occurred. I don't know why I waste my breath except to mock you when I say you should come fight us, because you don't want to fight. You can't fight us. Instead, you're going to try to find some slander or scandal to bring us down. It's amazing to me how we went from a joke to our adversaries, with apparently only 100 members, to which you needed a disinformation campaign, to now you're desperate to find a way to get people banned because we're over 1,300 active players and stalemated you in your campaign to come get rid of us. Grow up. Stop being jackasses. If there's a concern of exploiting, harassment, or other inappropriate behavior, tell us. Our Discord is open for you to come over and express a concern. All right? 100%. You've seen it here today. If something happens, we take action because we believe in that. If all you got is lies, or all you're going to do is try to do these smear campaigns, it took hours. Galente contacted me at 06, or sorry, I messaged him around 06. It wasn't until 10:15 my time that I finally got screenshots because he had to go hunt them down. He said he didn't even see the screenshots, so he had to go find them. But he was on the Echo's Discord repeating this shit, that this stuff was happening, and he hadn't even seen it. Why? Why would you do that? What's the point? Again, we know the point. The point is you can't fight us, so you're going to try to find something else. All right, let's take a look at the comments section here, see if anybody's got any weird questions. Yeah, people pointing out that they did it after complaining about it, and let's go do it even more than them. Yeah, exactly. That's my whole point. Like, don't do it first, get killed, and then we take over the gate camp, and then come back and do it after you post a video crying about it. Okay, don't misrepresent crap. Don't be a hypocrite, right? Anything else? Anybody else got any questions? Sounds like a Tuesday for Goon Swarm, aka the reason I haven't played. And hey, yeah, man, Invictus, I hear you. I get it. You know, I think on the bright side, I will say that I've been speaking to Doomsy on and off, and I think Doomsy and I are on the same page, or at least I hope so. I assume he's not bullshitting me. He's asked about doing some friendly fights, even if our war is no longer on. He's offered like, hey, let's bring some frigates or destroyers and let's have a clash, and I think that's a cool idea to have, set up some fights like that. But it's just sad, the same group of people who have the character name Mamasaurus Breast and are going to bitch about us talking about their players being stupid are also the same people who are being hypocrites, sheltering players who sexually harass and make bigoted remarks, but they're going to cry wolf now. Spare me the fucking fake salt tears, all right? Uh, yeah, nostalgic trooper. Yeah, exactly. Bad eggs will be found in every camp. They need reporting and held accountable, and that's all we're asking for. Yeah, Max Aurelius. This last week we showed an everything is stupid segment that we do every week, and one of the dead players is Mamasaurus Breast because that was as I put it last week. They're so broken that they let us live rent free in their head and just give us content to mock every week. So we'll go out and we'll do all of our normal stuff, and then there's always going to be something for us to laugh at. Ten dogs, I appreciate. I'm a beautiful man. I'm actually exhausted on no sleep. I'm actually breaking out because I'm in Japan and it's humid here, and apparently I'm going through puberty again or something. I don't fucking know. So yeah. You find a bad apple, toss out the apple, get new apples. Yeah, absolutely. Get new apples, right? And if anybody needs to buy some stuff, don't forget the Genesis or buyback program. Speaking of which, let's take a look at our sponsors.
60 AU off the Warp Gate path, there's a Kerensky that works more with ore than weaponry. His name is Simple Kerensky, but he's no dummy. He realized long ago the greatest thing he would ever create was his venture. We captured that moment. We run it on a loop through Simple Kerensky's mind, and the chemical it makes his brain secrete, we use in our Simple Kerensky mind control chips to keep people mining ore. Come home to the flavor of your own completion. Come home to Simple Kerensky and the Genesis or Buyback program.
I'm happy to say the or buyback program. It did take a few extra days to get in place, but it is live now. Uh, we got to start getting the people with the correct access to the actual contract system. But poor old Bam is currently the only one who has proper access. So if you're watching this now and you've got some ore to sell back or you want to buy some minerals, make sure you go to the Discord, go to the industrial project, or sorry, the industrial support program channel, and you're gonna enjoy, or he's gonna enjoy waking up to all of your contract requests. I can't wait for him to message me telling me that I'm a fucking prick for putting him in the hot seat without any assistance yet. But hey, job's got to get done, right? So Bam will get some reinforcements, but we'll probably wait till 24 hours of torture of contracts. Then we'll add people to his staff to assist him. So get out there, mine. We'll be doing the buybacks for ships soon, stocking up on SRP ships, and a lot more. It's only possible with you guys' business and with you taking part in the program. So definitely get out there, make it happen. We'll keep budgeting more funds into it to expand it and make it larger. So yeah, nostalgic. Exactly. We tackle the problems. We don't brush it under the carpet. We were transparent about the only other issue that I'm aware of, and that was anti-color. And the only reason anti-color was not kicked was he had a long-standing issue with Chancellor, and we felt it was fair that he made a very public apology for embarrassing the alliance for his conduct, and he reached out to Chancellor, who is 100% an enemy of the alliance and just a garbage human being based on his actions. And yet, still, he apologized to that individual. So, Anti-Color was given his one pass. But beyond that, yeah, absolutely. There's no sweeping under the carpet. It was fully exposed and held accountable. Uh, Lovely commercial brings tears. Yeah, I'm glad that my 10-cent commercials that I make with PowerPoint and free software. It brings enjoyment. I think the production value is much higher than you know what you're getting for it is a lot more fun and enjoyable than what it actually costs. So I'm in a wormhole. Is that what that is? WH wormhole. I'm assuming. I haven't even fucked with wormholes since Echoes dropped. I'm in a wormhole, and Echoes don't usually fuck around with null groups. But glad I joined. Yeah, there you go. Good, good. Yeah, Max, we try to be as legit as we can. Nobody's perfect, right? I say things that offend people. We make decisions that don't appease everybody. You can't make everybody happy. We do our best, right? We do our best, and The other thing that I can say about us is we do our battles, with our guns, with our ships, and not by trying to bring down the opposition through misrepresentation. Okay, like there's going to be propaganda when real wars pick off. There's going to be the posters. There's going to be the videos showing the selective edits of us winning, all that good stuff, right? That's to be expected. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to defame anybody. We're not going to purposely avoid contacting an alliance over an issue just so we can try to pretend that they were allowing an issue to happen that they didn't even know about. So finding this group so early, playing Echoes has been the highlight of 2020. Good. I know 2020 has not been the greatest of years. It's on fire. Most of it's on fire. I think zombies come soon, and then I think the Decepticons. Yeah, Decepticons, and then around December we should see the dead, the White Walkers. So hopefully everybody's prepared for that as well. So take ass kick names. Yeah, I can get behind that. Okay, all right, weird. And Slayer enemies, then taco buffet. I can also get behind that as well. So okay, tacos and yeah. All right, barring any other questions, we are going to go ahead and cut this broadcast and get out of here. No need to keep uh, goons like their waffle names. Uh, no, I am not a goon. I'm part German, so that's the Waffe. Yeah, that's all. Not a goon. Never been on goon's side. I've shot them many times though. All right, guys, that is going to be it. Thanks for watching the stream. Again, yeah, push this out to your friends and neighbors. Make sure everybody gets the word. We absolutely do not condone abusive behaviors in any way. So if something happens, let us know. Right, our Discord is open. We want to police. We want to foster that good community. And that's it, everybody. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you this coming weekend for the actual episode of the Kanos Kerensky Show. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe too. Be sure to check out the rest of the Genesis Wire content at www.genesistachfed.com/GenesisTachWire. Thanks for listening. The Kanos Kerensky Show is produced by Kanos Kerensky, executive producer Tim the Lemur, supervising producer Moses the Lemur, assistant director Pavel the Lemur, technical producer Jolly the Lemur, playback and media operated by a neckbeard, edited by nobody, costume by a secondhand store, hair and makeup by a lemur with glaucoma. All EVE Online source materials are copyright CCP 2020. All EVE Echoes source materials are copyright CCP and NetEase 2020. The Kanos Kerensky Show is a Genesis Wire production, copyright Genesis Wire 2020.